everybody. I'm going to bring some explanation on how database work, something like that. So we're explaining this new school system, how everybody uses rabbit. So let's kind of start. So this is what we are going to build. This is what we will build. We are asked to build a C++ program that uses a class student to manage the academic record. The program should store each student name, roll number, test score, exam score, and should include member function to input the complete total score grade, display of student results in a tabular form. So this member function should be inside the class student. That's what they mean. Okay, so let's start explain. So iOS, I think we know what iOS is already. This iostream is used for this is for the this is for get these guys. This same and cloud, which are outfits. So this guy is used to remove this as this guy. If we didn't know this guy, or this guy we have to write some direction. It's no longer but us putting this stuff here makes a skill of this thing. So this is not showing me. So boundary always delete. So let's start explaining what is a class. So a class is a blueprint for creating objects. It defines what data an object has. It defines what data an object has, what attributes or data number, which action can perform, cloud function, and method. So these guys are what data members, which are these guys. They are the data members. So these guys are the function members. So our function or method, these guys are called function or method. So let me explain access modifier. So access modifier, there is public, there is private, and there is protected. So each of them works on their own layer. So public, so when they say something is public, it means it can be accessed everywhere, both inside and outside the class, meaning public member or everyone can access them. Use function if you want to expose. So it's just like it gives everybody access to what you have created in your class. So for an example, this guy now, this data member now called name is like once it's now in public, it means it can be accessed everywhere. So it can be accessed everywhere. This is the main class, the main function, but it's been accessed here because they're in public section. So this is the function. What's in public means it can be accessed everywhere. So the private, when something is private, it can only be accessed inside the class itself. No one outside, not even the derived class, can touch it directly. So this private now can only be accessed inside the class. Like you can't even access it even if you are a member of that class, even if the class that created it they inherit it, you can still access this private modifier. So private keeps sensitive data hidden, so outside code must use data assets, modify it safely, something like that. So best of encapsulation, protecting data. So an example of it is like, so this page now cannot be accessed outside, which is here it can only be accessed inside the setter and the getter, or a function inside this class. That's where it can be accessed. But once it's outside here, you can access it. So you can't access it unless you are using a setter. This is a setter. So this is it. So protected access modifier is like the middle ground between private and public. It is hidden from outside world but related to the child classes. So this is like if this is the parent class, if if the child inherits the parents, it means it can access this protected access modifier. It can access this guy, but outside guys can't access it. These guys, this main function can't access this protected modifier. So this is for like access modifier. So I've explained access modifier, I've explained public, protected, and private modifiers. So in our code, how we make use of it. So we need name, roll number, test score, exam score, and total score, and grade. We need them to be in a private class. So we don't want them. We don't want any modification outside the class. We only want to modify them inside this class. From here, I want to modify them here. See that? We don't want any modification down here. So that's it. So again, constructors. So constructors is a special function inside the class that initialize object automatically when they are created. It has the same name as the class. The return type, whatever you want. For example, there is public name, public string name and age. So this is a constructor. What it does is to initialize data members in the class. So here we have a data member called string name, row number, test score, exam score, total score, and grade score. So we are initializing it here, giving it the data type. Yeah, what we're trying to do is we're trying to give it the data type, the initial data type it will have, so that it won't be undefined. Because if like we create this, if we create this guy and we will print it out, these guys will be undefined. But if we didn't use this constructor here, so the work of this constructor is to initialize the class. Like initialize it by okay, telling it okay, this is what you should be expecting to have, something like that. So that is for constructor. So this is an example of constructor. Yes. So it has the name of the class. Notice. So this is a method or a function. So from the question, they say we should get input data from the student. So we are using count to get the student's name. So we are using this get line to get the name, because we don't, if we use send, we can't, once there is a space, it saves in C++, once there is a space, it only, send doesn't get, like send doesn't get, send only gets like example, for example now, if I enter something like, okay, so send only take this guy, leave this guy because of this space, but we're using this get line, because this get line will get even the space and the second string we have here. So that's the reason we are using this get line rather than this thing here. So we are getting the details, details. We are getting the name, roll number, test score, exam score. So we use what the exam score, test score, and exam score to get their grade. So this is it. So total grade score is equals to test score, exam score. So if the first, this is an if statement, you should understand this now. So if the total score is better than or equal to student's grade is equal to, if you should understand this, if it's better than or equal to 60, B equal to 50, C equal to 50, anything else down should be F. So that's what this function is doing, this complete function, complete grade, which is what we are asked to do here. As if we should store student name, which we have done, which is what we are doing, and we're getting the student name, roll number, test score, and exam score. Is it? So this is the imputed detail. This is it, creating it. Complete over score and grade. So we done that. So we have added it here. So we say we should display all student results in tabular form. That's why we are using this library. This library is called setWidth from another. It is used to like create tabular form stuff. This tabular form, this library will help us create something else. So that's it. So we are displaying the results here. So we are showing the name, the roll number, test score, exam score, and total score with a grade. So we are giving this a space here. So this is like space. This set width is a space to read to each other. This left means where the space should be. So this will look like something like this. So if name is added to here, and then to this space of twins. So this space of twins, and then write roll number of twins to this space of 10, and then add a test score to this space. Exam score is 28. the previous quiz total score which might be this is how it will look like. Then the grade might be this is how this stuff will look like. So I want to explain the pillar of object-oriented programming. Encapsulation is binding data and functions, protecting data using private, public, and protected. So this stuff we have been I explained earlier is one of the pillars of work, which is an encapsulation. So it's called protecting data using private, public, and protected modifiers. So abstraction is showing only essential data, hiding the background complexity. So if you watch here, this guy is just showing us results. It's hiding all this stuff that happened here. Also this complete rate. If you watch here, it's just computing with rate. It's just showing us this body is an abstraction stuff. So it's just showing us the function. It's not even showing us how everything happened in the background. So this is it. It's something like that start. It's student stuff, it's great. So just do it first without us knowing what's happening in the background. So inheritance is allowing one class to image features of another class, which is we didn't do it here, but it's something like that. I might create one now. But they didn't say we should play now, but let me try and place. Let me do an inheritance stuff now. So inherit something now, let me just create a person. Let's give this person this guy. Let's give it this name and number. Or let's just give it pick this guy. You can now do an inheritance now. Same image person. So this guy is inheriting this. This guy is already inheriting this name. Once it's here. So what we did now is making this guy inherit this guy. So now I'm going to quickly access this name to here and watch. I'm going to access this guy here. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to access this guy here. Because of this person is giving everything he has to the student. So this is a number of many parts. So the last one, which is the polymorphism. Polymorphism is uniform, so function behave differently depending on objects. Within this polymorphism here, we only use encapsulation, abstraction, and inheritance. So the first one we didn't use it in our code. Maybe the next time we'll do an explanation. We'll show how polymorphism works on an OPP project, something like that. So this I'll explain here. So this main function, here we are trying to get like number of students. That's what we are trying to get. So we want to get the number of students that will register and also give them a score and you get. So we want to, so we use this to be looking list. So we're trying to use this to look through this. So now accent enter number of students. If we pick 3, it means we have to reach out 3 students here. Example, let me show you guys. So if you run the code now, so it's not asking the number of students, but going to have to enter students. Let's start with this code. This is not only about the small student, just because of I used this guy. I still download, I entered to students. That's why it's asking me for another student. Yes. So let me know. Okay. Let's go. Is it okay? So this is it. This is students. That's why I click on it. So the first process here is enter students, number of students. So we are now is we got an int of the this n is a int integer. So we are trying to get the number of students we register. So here we are saying here with this, all we did here is we put a total object of so we are assuming that so when we created this object, we made this an array that will take in 100 students max. So that's what we did here. So we are now running a for loop here with this number we have gotten. So we are now passing this number, which is now if it's 2, then it means this thing around 2 times. So it first of all ask user detail, which is enter student name, enter number, s exams for. So the next thing it will do is after getting it, it will now complete the grade, which is a function here. Once it has completed, it will now add it on this. It will still go back till it gets 2 of the students it promised that you put it to do. So once it's done, then it will now print this guy. So this guy is like, so this guy, all we are doing there is we are trying to print out the name in string. So if you watch what is happening here. So this here, what we are doing here is just like draw a line. So let me show you guys here. Only choose one. I don't know. This guy here is coming from here. Or if you watch here, you see students on the right, which is this guy. Or if you watch here, from here to here, is this guy. So we did this with the library we got earlier. So this is what the library does. It just this space, which is 20. This is 20. If I reduce it now, this space reduce. So we're given a space of 20. Now making it look like rectangular stuff. So this is the name. This is the room number. So this is the test. That's our data score grade. So we are printing this stuff out. Then after we have printed this out, so we are not like running a for loop with those students we have gotten. So we are now running, we are now displaying the results. So of those students we got. So if it's 2 students, it will now display 2 of them here. If it's one, it will now run the loop showing their results, which is this function, which will show their name, their roll number, test score, exam score, and then their total score, which has been run through by this one. So this is it. It's not that there is nothing hard in it. So if you can still go through if you can still go through the code, honestly, the best way to understand it is when you run it, you come. Like if I click on one, like I will look at the code. I'll be like enter number of strings, where is this thing coming from? And then I'll be looking at okay, I'll be like, okay, this is where it's coming from. So we're asking number of strings from this main function. So this is the guy that will be getting it. So if I click on so now one, it's not asking against me. I'll be like, where is this student from coming from? Then I'll go down and I see that it's first of all still enter student to get. And I'll show you this. So is this, and this line is this. Okay, you'll be like yes. So what it's doing here is this I is supposed to 0. So I here is 0 plus 1, which is this one. So if this is like I really have to the second time, this will be I plus I so here will I have become 1 because of this increment. So it will be I plus 1, which is 1 plus 1, which will be 2. Something like that. So if you want to enter this function, so it will ask for roll number. So you'll be like, where is the roll number? There's no roll number here. So you'll be like, it's coming from this guy. From this guy. Which is student's name. Roll number. Enter score. I put the roll number. Test score. Exam score. Exam score. So it will now complete. So for you to know what happened after completed, it's complete. Then after completion, it printed this out. And then so this is just a quick explanation on how this new school system works. So you can go through it again, open the code. Don't just you can start from the beginning to write the code. You can like after watching the video you'll be like start from the beginning, write your own code or something like that. Start from try to understand every aspect of what you do. So but here, just know that this thing is supposed to like display the tabular results form. So this is a library that helps make it look like that, make it look in that tabular form, something like that. So that's it. I'm done for today. Thanks for watching the video.